Okay, a very good morning children. Children, in the previous class we completed the chapter your power, exponent and power. Okay, so today let us start a new chapter, that is your application of percentage. Children, the concept of percentage is not new for you because we have already read it in class 5. I hope you must have remembered those things. Now if I ask you, suppose in the last exam you are getting different percentage of marks. Suppose someone will ask you what mark you had scored, what percentage of marks you had scored in mathematics. So when we talk about percentage, we talk about what? Out of 100 what mark you got. Suppose in a test of 100 marks, suppose the full mark or the maximum mark, or in a test of 100 mark you got say 75. That means that 5 marks which you got it out of 100. So 75 out of 100 means it is 75%. So what I mean to say, children, 75 out of 100 in symbol or in fraction form we write like this. In fraction form or in symbol we write like this. 75 by 100. 75 by 100 means 75 out of 100. This 75 by 100 is nothing but your 75%. That means you see. So what is the meaning of percent? Percent means per 100 or 100. Out of every 100 you can say. Out of every 100 what is your score? That is the percentage. Okay. So by percent we mean out of 100. Okay. Per 100 or out of 100. Now 75% means you see 75 by 100. 25% means 25 by 100. 30% means 30 by 100. That means we can say, look at, this is a fraction. 75 by 100 is no doubt a fraction. Okay. And what is the denominator? The denominator is 100. So when the denominator of a fraction is 100, we call it a percentage. Okay. So we can say that a percent is nothing but a fraction whose denominator is 100. This was the concept of percent in class 5. Okay. Also we had read many things about percentage in class 5. A percent, we can convert a percent into what? Fraction. You see, 25%. If I say 25%, you see, this is given in percentage. If you want to change it into fraction, what will be the fraction? Fraction means fraction in lowest term. So this will be 25 by your 100, and on reduce, you know how to reduce fraction into lowest term in class 4. You see, 25 by 100 it will be 3 by 4. Because the highest common factor, the HCF of 25 and 100 will be 25, and you have to divide the numerator and denominator by their HCF. So that you will get 3 and 4, that is 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is the fraction in lowest term. So here it was 25%, it was given in percentage, and we converted into what? We expressed or we converted into a fraction in lowest term. That means a fraction can be converted into, a percentage can be converted into a fraction in lowest term. Okay. Now, next, what else we can do? We can also convert a fraction into decimal. For example, the same example, let us see. Suppose 25%. 25% in fraction is what? 25% in fraction is 25 by 100. And if you change it into decimal, how many zeros are there after 1 in the denominator? There are 2 zeros. This is a decimal fraction, so you can easily change this one into decimal. It will be what? 0.25. Now see, thus we can change a fraction into what? We can change a fraction into decimal. You see. So a fraction, percentage, you see, percentage can be expressed as a fraction. It can be expressed as a fraction in lowest term. It can also be expressed as a what? It can also be expressed as decimal. So these are the things which we had read in what? Your junior classes. Now, this concept of percentage will be applied to problems. So application, what is the meaning of application? Application means you will be given some word problems, okay, where you will apply the concept of percentage. Okay. Now, in this section particularly we will discuss the application of percentage to what? Profit loss. Profit and loss, you know, these are also new, not new for you. These two terms, profit and loss. What is profit, what is loss? Also we had read in class 5 about simple interest. How simple interest is calculated, what is the formula for simple interest, all these things were there in class 5. Okay. So now we will apply this concept of percentage to problems involving your what? Profit and loss as well as simple interest. Now before we go to discuss problems where we find the application of percentage in problems, let me revise the concept of profit loss again and also that of simple interest. See children, now tell me, you know what is profit and what is loss? What is profit? You see, profit and loss, these two terms, we know it in class 5. And also there were some terms like CP, SP, you must have remembered. CP stands for what? CP stands for cost price. SP stands for selling price. Cost price means the price at which we buy or purchase an article, that is the cost price. Similarly, the price or cost at which we sell something or some article is known as your selling price. Okay. Now, if you are given cost price and selling price, you can easily decide whether there will be profit in the transaction or loss in the transaction. What is the condition for profit and loss? You know, if we know this thing, if SP greater than CP, you see, if SP is greater than CP, then only there will be what? Profit. So then there is profit. And how to calculate profit? There is profit. Okay. Profit or gain, you can say gain. Profit and gain are the same. These two terms are the same. Now how to calculate the profit? What is the formula for profit? Since SP is greater than CP, so profit will be calculated by SP minus CP. That means if cost price is subtracted from selling price, we will get the how much profit is earned in the business or the transaction. Okay. See, similarly, if suppose CP greater than SP in a transaction, suppose the cost price, that means you purchased at a higher amount and you sold it at a lower price. Then in that case, do you think that there will be profit? Clearly no. There will be loss because the cost price is more and selling price is more than the selling price. Okay, so definitely there will be loss. You cannot have a gain. Okay, so then there is loss. Okay, there is loss. These are the things which we have already read in class 5 children. Just here we are revising this thing so that we will be able to apply this thing in problem. Okay, now see. Now, and how to calculate the loss? Loss is calculated by the formula your CP minus SP. CP minus SP, you see. That means if SP is subtracted from CP, it will give you loss. Okay. Now, this is the formula for profit or gain and this is the formula for loss. Okay. Then, about profit percent, yes, it was not there in class 5. Okay. Now, we will discuss some more terms, that is profit. This is the formula for profit. Profit means in rupees or the amount. Similarly, loss, this is not loss percent, this is loss. Loss means loss amount, which should be in rupees. But what is profit percent and what is loss percent and how to calculate those things? Let us see. These are some new things which we are going to read for the first time and hence we must understand it. Okay. Okay. So what is profit percent? See children, whether there is profit percent or profit percent, just I told you what is the meaning of percent. Percent means out of 100 or per 100 you can say. So profit percent means definitely out of 100 rupees. Now that out of 100 rupees is that 100 rupees will be which value? It will be the cost price or selling price. That is important for us to understand. See, so whenever there is some profit, children, just if you think a bit minutely, you can easily answer. See children, whether a businessman or a shopkeeper earns profit or he suffers from some loss, whether there is loss or gain, those two things, that is loss or gain, they will always be on which price? They will be on the cost price of the article or selling price of the article. That is the point of discussion. See, suppose you will buy a pen, just I am giving one example. Suppose you will buy a pen for say 10 rupees and you will sell it at say 15 rupees. So you see, here the selling price is 15 and cost price is 10. That means your profit will be how much? SP minus CP, just I told you now, it is 5 rupees. Now that 5 rupees profit which you earned by selling the pen for rupees 15, that 5 rupees extra money you got on which price? Did you get that extra money of 5 rupees on 15 rupees or 10 rupees? Clearly on 10 rupees. Because you had purchased it for 10 rupees and you sold it at 15 rupees. That 5 rupees extra money or the profit or the gain that you earned by selling the pen is definitely on the cost price, not on the selling price. So, since profit and loss always happens or occurs on the cost price of the article, so definitely the profit percent and loss percent, they will always be calculated on the cost price of the article, not on the selling price. I hope you understood. As whether there is profit or loss, it is always on the cost price of the article, it is never on the selling price. Therefore, the profit percent or the loss percent, they will be always calculated on the cost price of the article. Okay. Now, if profit percent, now the point is, if profit percent and loss percent are always calculated on the cost price of the article, then what will be the formula? How to calculate what is the profit percent or gain percent and loss percent? Okay. So you see, we can calculate profit percent or gain percent. Profit percent is same as gain percent. This profit percent or gain percent can be calculated by the formula P by Cp into 100. So what does it mean? P for profit or gain, gain by Cp, cost price into 100. You see, when we write gain by Cp, you see, when gain by Cp, that means it is being calculated on the cost price. Okay, it is not calculated on the selling price. Had it been calculated on the selling price, we would have written here Sp, not Cp. So as I just told you now, as profit and loss, they always occurs on the cost price of the article. Therefore, gain percent and loss percent, they will also be calculated on the cost price of the article. And that is the reason why profit percent formula will be profit by Cp into 100. And clearly you can now write down what is the, now you will be able to write down what is the formula for loss percent. It will be loss by Cp into 100. See, that means if you are given the cost price, see, in a particular problem, if you are given the cost price and the profit, you can easily compute the gain percent or profit percent. Similarly, in a problem, if you are given loss, the value of loss and cost price, you can easily calculate what is the loss percent using this formula. Okay. So these are the formula for your what? Profit percent and loss percent. Okay. Now children, I told you the formula for profit, it is Sp minus Cp. Okay. Similarly, I told you the formula for loss, it is Cp minus Sp. I told you the formula for profit percent and loss percent also. Now, we will discuss, there are 4 new formulae, okay, which we have never read. You see, children, as I told you, P equal to Sp minus Cp, just see. Profit equal to Sp minus Cp. So, we can calculate Sp, therefore, Sp will be equal to Cp plus profit, just look at it. This can be a formula for selling price. See, this can be a formula for selling price. That means if you add the profit or gain to the cost price, you will get the selling price. Okay, because profit equal to Sp minus Cp. Similarly, Cp you can calculate. How to calculate Cp? Cp will be your Sp minus P. Yes, that means when selling price and profit are given, you can easily compute the cost price using this formula. Okay. When cost price and profit or gain are given, you can easily compute the selling price. Okay. Now, see the next formula which I had told. I said loss equal to Cp minus Sp. Just look at it. Because when Cp greater than Sp, then only loss happens. So loss will be definitely equal to Cp minus Sp. Okay. Now, if loss is Cp minus Sp, then what will be the formula for selling price? You see. So selling price will be equal to Cp minus loss. Just look at it. If loss equal to Cp minus Sp, then selling price will be Cp minus loss. That means if you are given cost price and loss, you can easily compute what will be the selling price. Similarly, what will be the cost price? Formula for cost price, you see, it will be loss or Cp plus loss. You can see Cp plus loss. See, these are some formulae which we have already read in class 5. That means, you see, this is the formula for selling price, this is another formula for selling price, this is one formula for cost price, this is another formula for cost price. We have to remember all these formulae so that we can do problems after later while doing exercises or the application. Okay. Now, apart from these 4 formulae, you see, Sp, Sp, these are 2 formulae, similarly Cp, Cp, these are 2 formulae for cost price and these are 2 formulae for selling price. Apart from these formulae, we will discuss 4 new formulae in this class, which is very, very important for us to remember. Then only we can do problems. Otherwise, if you follow unitary method, it will take a lot of time. If we follow unitary method of solving problems involving application of percentage, it will take a lot of time. But if you remember formula, you can easily do. Very quickly you can solve the problem. So it is necessary to remember. Let us see what are those formulae. Okay children, I hope whatever I discussed till late you understood. In another class we will discuss those formulae and also the formulae for your what? Simple interest. Okay. I hope you understood children. Thank you.